All right, guys, you've been waiting for this. Let's see if I can get the thing. There we go. This all day. So I thought I'd share and open up the box. We're not putting it together tonight. I've never done this and I want to read the manual, but I thought we'd at least share the box. The Mate X is here. We got 1 out of 2. Hopefully the 2 is going to come soon. But here goes. Giving the phone to my sweetheart. Okay. Stephen Gordon, here's the owner's manual that you've asked for a few times. We'll be reading that. It looks like everything's packed really well. Everything's cushioned and padded, lots of cardboard and tape. I see a tire. Oh, I see a tire down here. See the tire down here, right here? There's a tire there. Sorry, it's a little dark in here. This, okay, so looks like this is the rear rack. In case folks were wondering, this was not attached to the bike. I know some people thought that there would be, that things would be attached when the bikes came. And it looks like that's not the case, but that's okay because it's here. It's actually really lightweight. Very, very, very light. And because of the matte black, it almost looks like a really dark gray. And if I had thought about this ahead of time, I probably, see there's the dark gray. That's gonna be fun attaching. I probably would have gotten an X-Acto knife or something, but I think it's probably safer that I don't have one. I might damage the bike, and you don't want to do that. Nice things about the rear rack. So, drain holes. You can see on the bottom. I don't know if you can see the drain holes. Drain holes here, here. That's kind of a nice feature. That means no rust, hopefully. Max 25 kilograms in case anyone's doubting or forgets. It's right there on the rear rack. So nice design. I actually like that it's got the vertical supports and then the horizontal supports here. I plan to put some saddlebags on my my bike. Don't know if that's what they're officially called, but there you go. Okay, more packing, no damage. There was some damage to the box. You can see a little bit here and there. We'll see if there's actually any damage to the bike. It looks like it was pretty well packed. Again, more packaging. And let's see what this is. This is the handlebars. Okay, you okay? Mm-hmm. So I am not gonna pull on this because there are wires attached. So when you get this thing in your box, don't just grab it and yank. There are wires attached under here because it is the handlebars. So kind of one of those important things to be careful of. Don't know if anyone's watching. Did someone write a comment? Hey, McGee. Okay, so opening the handlebars, trying to make sure I don't damage anything, and I'm very careful since, you know, this is on video and I can't excuse anything that that I broke.
Give it to her, hand it to her.
All right, so I have pretty big hands. These look fairly comfy. I like the way that the brakes are positioned. Really nice. Kind of freakishly big hands for a woman, so it's nice to have handlebars that actually feel like they're gonna fit. It looks like the display was put on backward, so I'll have to fix that. It's facing away from me, which would be problematic if I were riding the bike. I wouldn't be able to actually see the display. So we'll pop that around once the time comes. and trying to find a place to set the handlebars so that I don't break anything. All right, reflectors. Reflectors, I guess, unless these are the lights, but I don't think they would be. We'll see where those go when I open the manual. Yeah, you're welcome for sharing. I hope we get our O to the X as well. And then let's see what else we've got here. We've got a box. What's in the box? What's in the box? I saw that image earlier today. Thanks, because you made me laugh and I was having a rough day at work. Let me put the handlebars back down. So in the box, my bike has keys. It's a fancy bike. And this, let's see what this is. This is probably the extra charger or the initial charger. So here's our charger. There's the power cord. It's got a fan in it. This is nice. In case you want to see detail, this is what it looks like. There's the serial number for the charger in case you're interested, and here's the back of it if you want to. I know some people will obsess and take screenshots, so I'll try to hold it still. Yeah, the display may be swiveled out of the way for packing. I'll take a look at it once we put it together. We have a small apartment, so we're gonna have a lot of bike everywhere. Now we got, so what you'll see in here that you might not have in your box, we got extra tires. So I have these because I plan to drive the bike to work, and then it looks like they may have sent me more of the same instead of the mountain bike tires or the knobby ones. I'll have to look to see if I made a mistake in my order, which is possible, or if they made a mistake in what they shipped. So we'll take a look and see. And I can't get that out yet, so I'm just gonna leave it and see what I can. Oh, what is this? What is this? Oh my God, it's a Fender. And I know there were some people that had all kinds of debates. We had Fender Gate. We had all kinds of issues. My very, very sweet, wonderful mother-in-law has brought me scissors. She's like the best mother-in-law in the whole entire world. And I'm not just saying that because she's standing there. You can quote me on that. And people that I know that I say that all the time. So I'm going to set the scissors here. See if we can't peel this off and see how big the fenders are. So unlike some, I actually like big fenders. I think they look nice. I don't like the short ones. They kind of look like they're pointless, and like, personal opinion, like you're just putting them on for looks. And I've ridden road bikes a good bit, so I've gotten pretty dirty in the past from water getting kicked up. So anything that protects me from that when I'm actually wearing work clothes is really nice. Let's see. All right, so I dropped, and you may do this, don't do this, I dropped a little tiny bag that was in with my Fender. Big rear fender. I know that some people are gonna be like, oh, I'm going, yay. Don't drop the bag. And I'm putting all of our components over off to the side so that we can track them later and I don't lose them. The upside, my dog is currently at my parents' house because we were on vacation. So she can't go run off with anything, but some of these bags would be really fun for a dog or a child to take off with. So you might want to protect them. Okay, front fender. In case anyone was wondering if I can get the bike out without Dana having to put the phone down, I will compare these to the tire. I'm not putting it together tonight because I get up at about 5:45 in the morning and need to sleep. But I thought I wouldn't make you guys wait for this and I don't have a monetized YouTube channel, and I kind of figured it would be considerate to actually share this with you since we've talked about it for a while now. This is the rear fender. What is that? Rockstar? I don't know about that. Okay, so here's the rear fender. Just so that you have perspective, that's what it looks like. It's got a nice little flare in the back. If you can see, let's see if I can get the flare. There you go. There's the flare. All right, and front has a flare too. It would be lonely without a matching flare in the front and the back. All right, what else do we have? It's like the Christmas present that never ends. Christian, this is what you would have gotten if you had shown up on our doorstep and delivered both of our bikes and put it on a video. Oh yay, good. I'm glad it's helpful. So all of the bags, as you look in them, have all of these little tiny parts. So if you're looking to open up a bag, and I am because I want to show you something because we've all had discussions and debates, note that you don't want to drop the little tiny parts. Here is the rear light if you have a rear rack. There's mate, and it's plastic protected so it won't get all scratched up, which is very nice. And then there's a bunch of stuff that, because I haven't read the manual like Julie recommended, I don't know what it is, and I'm not gonna mess with it yet. So I'm gonna take all of my lovely lovelies and I'm gonna put them back in the bag. There are lots of connectors, and it looks like there's a lot of plug and play connectors. Like this is the wiring end, right? So I'm assuming somewhere in the manual there is a place for it to tell me where green connects to. I don't know, it looks like it's color coded, which is nice. We'll see if that plays out. I've had that with a few other things before, and it was really nice. Scissors again. Okay, so we're going for the big stuff now. I'm cutting some of the stuff that's holding some of the things together. Again, if I were not doing this for you guys and if we hadn't been waiting so long, what I probably would have done is been patient and read the entire manual front to back first and then done all of this. So if you're not an overeager beaver like me, I'd recommend doing it that way versus the way I'm doing now, because I'm sure they have some kind of detail about what you should and shouldn't do. And you know what? Speaking of shouldn't do, so that I don't scratch the bike up, I think I'm not going to pull off the stuff that is, let's see. It is all, it's like, have you ever gotten Christmas presents from someone that want to make it really, really hard for you to open shit? That's kind of what they did, which also makes it really, really good for stuff not to move around in shipping. So I'm grateful, but oh my God, did you have to use so many plastic ties? Okay, so let's see if I can get this wheel out now, or what else is holding it. Looks like I missed one.
You might want to cut the cardboard.
Yeah, maybe I should.
But
that's not a bad idea.
I have an X-Acto knife I can get.
Okay, do you want to get it? And I'll do some zoomies. All right, so let me see if I can swap the camera around. I don't know if I can. Ah, there we go. Okay, and then it's dark. So let me come over here and see if I can get, there's a tire, woohoo. Handlebars, zoom of the handlebar, go ahead.
I'll cut them.
Oh, you got the X-Acto knife, great. My better half is enabling me tonight. Yeah, remember there's tires with air in them, so please be careful. Okay, so, and they probably tell you to do this stuff in the manual. Again, I'm kind of doing this for you guys, and obviously because I'm excited about the bikes too. So this is kind of where things are. All the little white things, I cut about 5 of them away already. And I hate to say this, I have 10% battery remaining. So I'm going to try to speed this up just a bit without damaging anything. Oh, look at that. There's the bike. There's a pedal. And this is what I was talking about box damage. Like there's some damage, but if you can see, it looks like it highly likely didn't come near any of the bike components. So I'm going to hand the phone back to Dana. Rotate it around. There we go. And then if you want to grab, okay.
The X-Acto knife's over there if you need it.
Thank you. So here is the front wheel. And the scissors are where? They're here. Here's the front wheel. Here. And I'm going to pull this out real quick for the purposes. See what I mean about all the white things? Like they really didn't want this to move. Which is actually great. They put nice packaging around the spokes. You can see. So that it wouldn't jam up against anything. I'm actually going to put that there and leave that there for now because I'm probably going to set the tire down and I don't want to damage that. But what I do want to show you is this. I am not interested in causing another fender gate, but that's about the size of the fender. You might want to zoom back a bit actually. So if you're looking at the front fender, I think they made a really good compromise between short and long. It's kind of nice, nice in length for the front. And then let me see what the back is. Here's the back fender. So some folks aren't gonna like this, I know. I'm a fan. I actually like most of the tire to be covered. So that's what you have for comparison. And then there's the tire. It comes partially inflated, not all inflated. Be careful leaning this against anything. You could bend the, I'm gonna be a really lame noob. I don't know what this part is called, but whatever the hell it is, it's thin metal and you could bend it. Or break it. It's the brake. She was saying break. I'm like, or you could break it. The rear back would be lower down. I don't know. I think you guys are talking amongst yourselves, so I'm going to leave you to it there. Let's see where battery is. I don't know. It might be problematic here shortly. I think
I'll charge it.
Okay.
Will you hold this light?
So Dana's gonna grab a charger real quick or something to be able to charge. And while you're at it, I'll talk about the pedal. So she's gonna grab that. I'm gonna take this over to light. So here is the pedal. This looks like the same pedal that I've seen on many, many e-bikes that are similar to ours. Many that are not so cool, but at least they've got the flip down pedals, which is nice. That's what we've got. Okay, and then in case you're curious about what we're looking at so far, here is the fenders. So what I've unboxed so far are the fenders, the wheel, that's the brake, my wife has informed me. Here's the rear rack. And there's the charger, and there's a bunch of components that I'm gonna keep all together in this handy dandy box where the charger came. So now I'm gonna put the pedal there. And this is great because then I'll actually remember where things are. Okay, close up of the handlebars. Gears, nice and close there. I know it's probably a little blurry, I apologize for that. And then here is the display. It's got a nice plastic film over it, so it is not all scratched up, and I'm actually gonna set that down to the side. If you're looking at it, I'll take my love. Can I borrow your phone for a second?
Mm-hmm.
This is an iPhone 10 here. This is the, let me see if I can get it to you in a way that you can see. Here's an iPhone 10, and here's the display here. I know this isn't great, guys, I apologize, but the display is about the size of a very old mobile phone. It's about 1.5 inches shorter than an iPhone 10. So in case that helps you look at the size, it's interesting because I think that there was a lot of, okay, there we go. Go ahead. And then if you want to charge it, I don't know if you can plug it in, and are you just going to hang back there? Yeah. There was a lot of debate over the display size. Given the size of this, I don't know that I'd really worry about anyone stealing it. One, it looks bolted down really well. If you look at the back attachment, I don't know if you can see it from there, or if she can get, yeah, you got a little closer. With the attachment here, and maybe I can shine the light on. Like, it's not something that's really easily messed with. And I'll take some close-up pictures. You could feasibly come over here. There are a couple of bolts here. It would require you to have the right attachment. It looks like a hex head or something like that, a really small one, to remove it. So if you want to take it with you, you could probably carry a hex head on your keychain, and that might do the trick. I don't know that you need to, but I don't know where you live or what you deal with from a theft standpoint. Let me see what everybody's saying. Maybe we can ride together. If you're in our area, absolutely. Freaking out a bit, thinking I'm gonna have to build my bike. Yeah, I think there's a bit of building that's gonna have to happen here, but my bet is that the Wonderful Owner's Manual is gonna have all the things we need to know. My other bet is that this very heavy thing here is probably the battery. Anyone want to see the battery? It's heavy. I ordered, so just for those interested, and I'm not sure which one this is, we ordered the upgraded battery, and then we ordered the quote-unquote Tesla quality battery, which I'm not sure what the brand shook out to be, but that's what we ordered. I'm not sure which one this is. We can debate about it tomorrow, and I'm sure St. Christine will come on to straighten us all out at some point if she has time, and we haven't worn her out yet. So let's see. Battery. Oh, look, it even says mate on it. And it's got keys taped here. So I've got an extra set of keys that came with the charger. These keys taped here. I'm going to put those in the box too, before I show you a close-up of the battery itself. All right, so the writing on the battery that I'm sure you're gonna wanna see. Here it is, and I'll leave it there for a second. I don't know if you'll have to flip your screen. I think you might. It says, warning, please make sure to always use the provided charger to recharge the battery. Don't go buying your own cheap shit. Keep the battery away from high temperature environments such as direct sun and other extreme heat sources, especially when charging. Don't plug your flat black mate in while it's sitting in the sun. That's what that says to me. Don't open the battery pack under any circumstances. Those people who are mechanical can debate that. And immersing the battery pack in water or any form of liquid is strictly prohibited. Don't drive your mate through a river. I'm translating. For prolonged storage, keep battery cool and dry. Make sure to charge the battery at least once every 3 months. Don't throw it in the trash. It's bad for the planet. So let's see. Here's where the key goes, right? That's the key. Here's the connection here. I'm just showing you stuff that you might be interested in. Yeah, and that's about it. It's heavy. It's not too heavy. Here's the info on the end, and in case you want to look up numbers. It's gonna add a lot to the bike though, but we got 750, so we don't have to worry about it. It can haul this, it can haul my stuff and my little chubby butt anywhere I need it to go. Okay, let's see what else we've got. Extra tires, let me see if they're strapped in. They're not. So these are indeed the Sandstorm tires, and these also appear to be Sandstorm tires. So it looks like either I made a mistake ordering or mate sent us the wrong tires, and I'll hit the team up tomorrow when I look at what I did. And then the rest is pure bike. And oh, the seat. Yeah, so the rest is pure bike. I'm actually, and I apologize, I'm not gonna unwrap the entire bike tonight because we have a 2-bedroom apartment and it's got to live somewhere, and if we run into it or do anything, I don't want to damage it. Unless you think we should unwrap the entire bike tonight. I'm asking my better half.
Go for it.
She's grinning like a mad fool. Here's the seat. It looks like all the other seats that we've seen. We did. No, not intentionally, not intentionally. Okay, and seat post comes with handy dandy measurements so that you can remember how high up your butt needs to be. This says 22 nanometers. I don't know why. I'm sure someone who knows more about bikes can tell you. And outside of that, here's the underside in case you're interested. There's the underside of the front. We'll see if my butt likes this or if I need to get something that cushions my cushy rear end better. I'm hoping that this will do the trick. Kind of looks like a bird head, doesn't it? Quack, 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 quack. Anyway, okay, sorry, it's a little late. It's been a long day. All right, the better half said go ahead and unwrap the rest. So I'm gonna do it. The mate logo, if you can see here, it's not as flat as the black. It is a nice dark charcoal gray, and depending on what angle you're looking at it, it turns either a dark gray, or if you're looking at it straight on, it turns more light. So interesting. Looks nice. The flat black, I will tell you, if you have oil on your fingers, I'm seeing it now, you'll leave it on the bike. So just FYI. Let's see.
You need the
I need the
scissors.
scissors.
They're over here.
Yeah. But I do have to work tomorrow, so I am not putting this together. I'm sorry, I can't. I have some things I gotta do, and some of my work requires a lot of attention, so all right. So there are a lot of little loop-de-loos around here that I'm assuming these are where the rear rack maybe attaches. Not sure yet. Again, we'll see when we see the manual. Honestly, it's a pretty bike. It feels, looking at the back of it, it feels almost more like a motorcycle or a scooter than a bike. This is a heck of a tire. It looks like the bike bled somehow. I think this was probably grease. For the kickstand, which is here. And it looks like a little tiny bit of black plastic sheared. Not sure. I'll put that aside to see where that came from. It's hard when you're sending items over such a a distance. I don't... Hats off to the people who come up with all these packaging ideas, because some of this stuff was like molded and special for the bike. And it's kind of impressive, you know. Feat of modern engineering. Okay, and there we go. All right. So that's most of it. Let's see. Set the scissors down so I don't scratch the thing, and bring this up. Maybe I can bring it up and over. Yeah, I can.
You want to bring
All right.
kickstand down, maybe?
I don't know because it doesn't have a front tire to rest on. That's why I was like, I don't know if I want to unbox it fully.
Okay.
All right, guys. So there's our bike. Let me grab this real quick and see if we've got enough charge, and I can do a little close-up once-over. Right here, let me see where the scissors are for just a second. And one more. There we go. All right, front suspension. Warning. Don't lock it while riding. That would be a painful ride. Let's see. Trying not to dig this in to where it would... I think that might have gotten it. There we go. Trying to just nip these things and not the bike. There we go. Okay. The mate is officially unboxed. Here, so that's a thick neck. That's a really thick neck. That's nice and sturdy. Given that it's got a kind of bolt on with brackets, I can see why. Here is the wiring. There's the nice little mate logo. Here's the wiring leading down into the handlebars that will only be on the floor until I can figure out where they go. I'm leaving the cushions down here because I don't want to hurt anything or bend it. Although, to be honest, this looks like about the most sturdy bike I've seen. Yeah, thanks for the hint, smart Alec. Maybe you should put it together tomorrow outside. It is 9:45 here, and our apartment building doesn't have overhead lights. So I'm sorry, we're doing the best we can. I'll see if we can, if we put it together tomorrow, don't give me a hard time for the if. Then I'll see if we can either take a video or at least bring it outside for you to see. I work 10 to 6, so I usually don't get home until around 7. So I don't know how you say it, Buffon motor. Here is, oh, there we go. Tektro. That's a little blurry. Tektro. We got hydraulic brakes, so we paid for the upgrade. Here's everything. I would say that the grease on the chain is minimal to none from touching it. So I got the color display. And then there's the Shimano components back here. And I did not order Joker lights because I got the rear rack. So just so you can see before signing off what the, let's see, that should be what that looks like if it's sitting on the tire and not properly mounted. There you go. Okay. Yeah, I got the rear rack, so it has other lights. And Steven, I see you're on, so just for you. Woo! owner's manual in writing. On mine, it did come. Okay, so I'm gonna flip it. So answering questions that I cannot answer, Justin. So answering a few questions. I did get the rear rack. It has the other lights for those who joined late. If you didn't see them, here is the rear light here. What I didn't see was a front light, but I could have possibly missed it. So I'll dig through and let you know tomorrow. What I also saw is it looks like either I ordered or they sent me the wrong spare tires. So take a look at that. And then let's see here one more time for posterity. If anyone's still watching this when they look at it later, there is the rear rack. Notice I'm holding this with a couple of fingers and my thumb, a thumb that I broke in October, and it's still super light. No stress at all. That's where the light goes. Yeah. So guys, that's about it. It's time for me to have the coffee that I set up earlier and my little that I give myself at night. So from Santa Monica, and apparently from Mate with love, and probably a little trepidation because we put them through some as they have for us. And I don't know how to find my light. Yeah, it's really solid. It's super thick. It is the most sturdy bike I've ever seen. And yes, the coffee's decaf. So holler if you have questions or you want to see pictures of other things. For those of you in Europe or other places, have a wonderful day. And those of us in the US, sleep well, go to bed. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.